Yeah, the internet's like really bad. I'm not sure exactly what to do here. Tournament starts in 2 minutes. I'm gonna stop streaming and then reboot with. I'm gonna reboot with a different bitrate, I guess. Okay, 0 dropped frames. That's good for the first second of the stream. Oh, okay, game started. Here we go. Smith Morra or whatever this is. Okay, gotta focus. Gotta focus. At least I didn't miss the first game. Yeah, there's some line where you allow bishop d6. There's also some line where you allow e5 and then counter with b4. But it's been a while since I looked at this. Okay. Still dropping frames. I'm really sorry. I don't know what to do or how to troubleshoot. I am locally recording, so if the VOD is like unwatchable, then I can always re-upload to YouTube. Anyway, let's focus. Push. Let's push. Maybe asking for knight d5. Knight f4. There's b3. Bishop e3 is unpleasant. Bishop e3, queen h5 maybe. Knight f4. Ugh. So I guess rook c8 first, or queen. Also queen b5. Not pretty. Yeah, I've dropped close to 1,000 frames. If it's unwatchable, then I probably stop streaming and just record and then upload later. But I'll decide after this game based on chat feedback. Okay, let's focus. So take knight b6, rook b8, e5. I lose d7. Or no, e5 I can take because the bishop's defended. Okay, here I can take. I can also take the queen. Take the queen first. Rook takes, I have knight e5 to win the pawn. There's noticeable like move lag too. When I move a piece, it like freezes for a moment. And this doesn't happen outside of Proctor, like when I play on chess.com. I think I'm doing better here. At least the position is a bit more stable. Queens are off the board. Knight b6, rook b8. E5 might be coming. I think this is okay. The bishop feels good here. Rook c7, maybe 98. E5, 98. Up on time now. There's this idea too. Bishop tied down to the knight, 93. I have this. The problem with e5, it allows knight d5. So d6. D6, knight a5. Actually looks okay. I want to challenge the c file. Yeah, it looks like the stream died again. Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to get through this game and then probably end it. There's bishop f1. Okay. Take. I'll leave the tension. Some knight e3 idea. F4 could be confrontational. F4, knight e3. I have a check. Leave tension again. Check. Yeah, this is risky. It's interesting though. So rook c7, knight c5, take. Yeah, really risky. Mm. Okay. I'm ending the stream. Sorry. I'm gonna try and record everything locally, and hopefully it's good enough for a YouTube video. So, yeah, stream's not watchable. What to do? Bye, everyone. Okay, so still recording. Well, at least I won. I'm at a new peak rating, 2948. Next game starting. Here we go. And sometimes it's hard to focus in these situations too. I'm still waking up. I have my coffee. Yeah, still theory. B6 is usually a signal to play H4. But now what? H5? Yeah, there's some knight E4 potential trades. Eventually H6. I think I can take. And then knight E5. Maybe not immediately though. Queen C7. It should be okay. Yeah, there's some lines like Queen C7, Queen F3, F6, Knight G6. Take, and then some mating ideas. It's the modern way to play the London. With this H-pawn push. I'm not sure if it was Magnus or like Alpha Zero who kind of revolutionized this sort of line. Okay, it's still a fight. Take. We could just go back. Not the prettiest. And black is left with not the happiest bishop. Maybe I should have considered F3 ideas. Take. This is risky, but let's go for it. I've already committed the H-pawn. Castling kingside was another option, actually, but going for this. So if take, I just take back. Rook c8, king b1. Queen b4. I could bail out with a queen trade, which I might do. Because now king b1, knight c3. Yeah, I think I have to. Again, not pretty. Not what I want. Rook e1. Okay, the king should be going to d2, actually. And then I challenge the c file. Rook c4. b5. Bishop d6. Yeah, I'm fighting for a draw. Trying to hold on for dear life. Oh, good move. Yeah, I really misplayed this. If I survive 5 more moves, it's going to be some accomplishment. Oh, just realizing rook c4. I was calculating rook b3 and walk the king back to b1, which also looks pretty bad. That's also a move. Yeah, what to do? Young children, close your eyes. I wish I could close my eyes and just make this position go away. Bishop b3. And black still has to find some moves, I guess. Yeah, I'm in some mating that though. Like, there's some eventual a4. I don't even have that. A4 just ends the game. There goes my peak rating. Yeah. I can't stop mate, right? Take. There. What to do? Okay. Tough game. I really misplayed it from the middle game. Early middle game, late opening. Yeah, I should just play f3. Like, other lines, the queen goes to f3, but in this line, I assume f3 is called for. Engine prefers h6 first, which also makes a ton of sense. Like, why not throw this move in? Oh, and then take. Interesting. Oh, yeah, forcing moves. Take, take, take. Bishop d6 ideas. There's rook f d8. I can play this. And actually, I hold on with b4 a while. So is f3 playable? Yeah, f3 is fine. Queen f3. Not the best. And then this is self-destructive. Yeah, I thought I'm trying to like just simplify into the endgame, but it's a bad way of simplifying. At this point, I just have to accept I'm losing the pawn and at least get the c file. Okay. So, I'm 1 out of 2. I guess I'll still use the widget, even though I'm not streaming. I can still track my score. Let's watch a game. It's a long tournament, so hopefully there's time to come back and watch the Jigalko. Oop, this game is done. Okay. Well, games are going to be wrapping up all very soon. Who's going to flag who? White's winning, but has a second left. White checks. Wow. White wins with 0.4 seconds left. Okay. Focus, focus. There's some move order thing here. The e6 first? I think it's e6 first. Because we need to meet this thing with knight d7 to hit the queen. Or use the queen to hit the knight. I've made that mistake before, I think against Vidit. Now bishop d6. So it's very similar to like reverse, I guess it's reverse Torre. But also very similar to reverse London. The same triangle setup. Actually wondering if I can play h5. Let's do it. There's the idea h3 take and then g5, g4. I've studied that idea with a pawn already on d4. So it might be a little bit different. The whole point is because white's committed to h3, g4 can come with a pretty powerful attack. I just want to open some files. So g4. Yeah, let's do it. I probably looked at castle queenside, despite my trauma from last game of casting queenside with h-pawn advance not working out at all for me. But this should be a more promising looking version. Doing well on time too, which is important. I'm also just realizing I'm sagging a pawn. White could take it. It's probably not good though. Like I have, whoa, okay, white takes it. So take. Interesting. I think I just take knight e5, queen g7, knight g6. Let's say knight e2. Bishop f8. Oh, wait, no, I have knight f3 potentially. Oh, there's a nice line. Queen g7, knight f3, king g2, bishop e5. But then queen g4. And then knight h2 forking, but then rook h1. And if I take the queen, I lose my... Oh no, I don't, because my bishop covers h8. Interesting. Check, bishop e5, queen g4. d2 is also hanging in that line. Yeah, wild position. Still doesn't look right. Okay, am I in time? White wants king g2, rook h1. Queen f6. Not seeing it. Yeah, this doesn't feel so great, but king g2, queen g6, rook h1 castle is my idea. At least I will have a staring contest on h file potentially. There's ideas of knight d3. White might just take and play rook h1 again. Okay. Take this way. Time is still good. So I'm looking at take and then queen c2. Oh, there's a d-pawn push. So maybe knight d3. Almost traps the bishop. Maybe I should have started with this. I'm not sure. Oh, there's this stuff too. Okay, have to watch out. That's a good move. Knight c1. Check. This is super risky. Oh no. This queen a6. Maybe it's okay. Oh, this is really bad. You're gonna lose again. Yeah. Maiden one. Close to setting up the stalemate trap. Very close. All I need is a pawn push, but yeah, well played to my opponent. Yeah, gave me some hope, not mating me immediately. Oh, again, the attack kind of backfired. And yeah, b5 is probably not at all necessary. I guess I have to like be aware that this is an idea and just play f5. No, f5 hangs a knight. Maybe I just have to wake up. Yeah, e4. How do I stop e4? Bishop e5, e4. Oh, then I can take probably, yeah. So black's not better. Wow. It's just equal the whole time? I have to analyze that later. Okay, not the best start. Peak rating was pretty short-lived. Somewhat of a Swiss gambit. A Swiss gambit is when you lose the first or the early games in the tournament, maybe play some weaker players, and then hopefully finish strong. Okay, b4, 92. There's knight d1 as well, which, like, vaguely remembering is maybe a better move. I probably want the castle queen side here, or king side here. No more castling queen side. Too much trauma from the last couple games. I give black some initiative. There's a line takes, queen b6, queen e3. I don't think c5 ever works, so I take. There's that, though. No, queen e3. And there's a line takes, c5, c4 to trap the bishop, but I think I just take with knight. Queen f2. A4 is interesting as well. A4, B4, A5. Looks okay. I just want to chase the queen off this diagonal. Expecting takes and yeah, probably c5 comes. Although if I take with knight, c5, knight b5, queen c6, okay, c5 immediately also makes sense. So I think I have to take. The c4 is a threat. Okay, some interesting configuration of the pieces. There might be ideas later of going back for the attack. Even now. E4 is defended. That's a move. I probably just move back. Take, but queen c2. Take, rook c1. Not exactly what I want. I want to play knight d3. Too much happening on the queen side. Not enough happening on the king side. The queen just stay there. There's pressure. This knight on d3 is a happy knight. Rook a4. b4 is a weak pawn. There's this move. Take. Queen can go to, no, it can't go to g5. Not exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to hold my ground. If it takes maybe some b4 idea. Let's pre-move b4. Time is becoming a lot more relevant too. So the idea is to then double in the c file. This rook on a4 needs to be improved. I just let the pawn stay here. Have to marinate the pawn before consuming it. And long term, it's a 2-on-1, so there's passer potential. This knight is still happy. Take with queen. Got the battery. Oh, let's defend. I was about to blunder a queen. Queen c7's off limits. I really gotta focus and be alert. They're doing very well on time. I guess the plan is, okay, the plan is to make sure the king side is safe. Rook h1 is interesting. Yeah, I'm conceding the file. I want the knight to f5. Can always fight for the file again. Okay, I'll win on time. So that was a more controlled game. I'm still making like these random oversights that could be costly, but I think I avoided blundering that game. I gained 2 rating points. So 2 out of 4, 50%. We have a break. If this ends up going on YouTube, the break will probably be cut out. Unless I say something interesting. Oh, what to do, what to do. Should definitely analyze the opening. Yeah, c6 is a better way to play this line. A lot of people castle, which is like already very pleasant for white. Chessmood has a pretty extensive course on this line, which I watched a chunk of, but it was a while ago. I've also done a lot of my own analysis too. Okay, so f3 or bishop d3. I guess bishop d3 is a bit more productive than f3. I'm never too concerned about knight g4. I just want to develop the king side. The b5 here. So another reason to delay knight f3, or delay pawn f3, is sometimes a knight likes to go here. e5 might be a threat. Or just castle and, yeah, focus in the center. Okay, a small takeaway. Oh. So during the game, I thought black was already maybe close to equalizing. But then Jin finds a cool idea to take. First of all, if knight takes, we win just with queen g7 hitting these things, so the pawn has to take. And then knight c1, coming to b3. Still trying to understand what's going on. a6 looks logical to prepare this. Knight b3, queen b6, a4. And black's in a spot where it's hard for them to castle. It's also hard for white to castle. Don't fully understand this move. Wow. Preparing castling queenside. I guess the kingside, like it's hard for black to effectively play this without losing a pawn. And if this, then probably a5 first. Okay, Yeah, I think these are some hard to find ideas, like this knight c1 to b3 maneuver, but it's good. It's a good type of thing to kind of keep in my arsenal for these sort of positions. Like when the knight's on e2, queen's on a5, I should keep this in mind. Yeah, let's go forward. Oh, black could have taken... I was going to take with knight. Yeah, this is what I was analyzing. I have the break timer too, okay. Just under 4 minutes. Yeah, I was calculating queen f4, but I guess there's not knight e5. There's c4. Okay, I could have been in trouble then. Black's threatening a6 to trap the knight. So I have to play a6 myself. Allow this. I think it's very messy. Takes. Yeah, this is super messy. Wait, how does this work? c4? Ah, so I give the exchange to win this pawn. And okay, white has maybe a little bit of comp. Yeah, I played bishop c4 like... I think this is a sign that I'm not in sharp form. Like, this is a move I played hoping it works, but not really taking the position at face value. I was relying on the fact that when the pawns are like this, the bishop likes to be here. But in this case, it's just better to keep the position solid. I don't think I would have found f4. Maybe it's a bit tough. Maybe I can't be too hard on myself either. Take. I guess I should at least consider f4. It's a major break. d4 could be weak. Okay. I do have a tendency to sometimes not look for these like structure changing moves in blitz games. Very often I like the stable structure where I can maneuver, but it's not always the best thing to kind of keep in the position. I just missed b3. I was thinking to play b3 myself and maneuver the knight, but maybe it's a little bit slow. Rook c4 here. That's interesting. Yeah, like when I went for this line, my plan was to double up, but I could double up immediately, knowing that eventually the pawns will be traded. Rook c4, it just feels weird to put the rook in front of the pawn. And then, yeah, around here I was feeling comfortable. Engine says equal. But at least it was stable for me. Okay. So we got about 40 seconds. $16 players with 4 points. Probably have to scroll down pretty far to find my name. The scroll doesn't update so quickly either, so might take a while. My top 200. I'm tied for top 200. 178. Okay. I'll try and have a good game here. Be honest, I haven't studied too much theory here. Pretty sure this is equalizing for black. Sometimes black can get some edge. Yeah, I think I just take. Bishop d2, is there e5? It already looks a bit passive for white. Like bishop b6 coming, especially if white plays knight e2. Knight b3 makes sense. Bishop f5. Take, take. Take, take c4. Yeah, so calculating takes c4 shouldn't be a big deal, but knight b6, okay, it's not happening. Yeah, rook e8, easy move. I guess there's bishop g5 to potentially be concerned about, but then take. So knight b6 take, rook b8, bishop a6. I think I have to go for that. And f4 doesn't seem to work. Oh, e4. e4 take, take. e4 might be a move. Take, 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 take. Take on b2. I think I like e4 better. In many lines, b2 falls towards the end. Like takes, takes. Takes, takes. And then eventually takes on b2. Knight c5. So I have queen b5. Also queen a4. Get very tricky. I'm down a minute, man. I was looking at g4, queen d3. Yeah, there's takes, takes, knight c5 in that line. And g4 might be a move. Like bishop d7. Maybe bishop d7. Rook e7. Oh yeah, f7 is the target. Okay. Rook d8. My calculation feels really off right now. There, take, take. I can't take on d5 because rook e8. Oh, but if here, I think I just take first. Take, 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 take. Rook a8, I win the pawn? Maybe? There's rook b1. Bishop moves. It's probably equal, but okay, now I'm up on time. G4. Yeah, I was more scared about G4, the previous move. This looks okay now. And Rook D1 is very logical. Also makes sense. Take. Yeah, take with a rook. A very open position. Probably threatening this. Rook G5. Take on G4 anyway. Yeah, these types of moves are really risky to play with like things hanging, but a very simple idea. I just want to trade bishop for knight and win a pawn. I think my king is always safe with the bishop here. Like once I go to G7, then I don't think I can be harmed. A good try. That's probably the best like practical try. Hoping I miss a backward queen move. Like one reason I play queen c3 is to keep an eye on the c8 square though. Same thing with queen c2. Okay. Yeah, my opponent took time before, like in this position, meaning maybe they weren't super well prepared. When I was young, I used to play this setup against every variation of Sicilian. I have memories of like losing a lot of games against this this d5 line. Okay, so knight b4 or knight takes d5, both playable. Best move knight b6. Interesting. Yeah, the knight feels kind of awkward here. I guess the point is black is only player with a center pawn, so black's going to have more space eventually. And usually when you have more space, you want to keep as many minor pieces on the board as possible. Maybe white will be a bit more clunky with their minor pieces. H4, knight h5 hitting these things. Oh, there's knight c4 ideas too. Okay. I guess the knight combines well with the bishop to pressure the queen side. Okay. 3 out of 5 plus score. Fabiano having good tournaments. 5 out of 5. Oh, playing Will Graif, the Gambit man, who's streaming. Here we go. What London Gambit does he have for me? I actually don't know his repertoire here. Maybe he was going to play the 95 line if I play E3. I'm scared I'm going to get hit by like some crazy gambits, but maybe we'll just have a Benoni. Heart rate is increasing. And this is what I want, just like a Benoni squeeze. Okay, of course he goes for something a little bit crazy. E4 is a move. Some like Nescafe frappe attack type thing. Take there. There. I think I just take it. Accept the gambit. There's knight e4. Knight e4, do I have... There's actually a cool line. Bishop, e5, f6, queen d3. That might be... There's also... No, there's not d6. So f6, queen d3, there's knight f2, take. I think I just go for it. There's also f3. F3 also looks interesting. Queen d3, take. Let's play f3. That way, knight f2 is less scary. If takes, I guess there's some compensation. Bishop h6. But with the pawn e5, the diagonal is less scary. I just want to develop. The bishop might plant itself on e3, but I don't think it can stay there for so long. There's bishop a6 though, like bishop a6 and then bishop e3. But then I have ideas of doing similar things to black. Yeah, that's interesting. Queen c5 might be coming. I play a3. h4 as well. So I'm looking at queen b1, knight d1 in response to bishop e3, queen b6. Yeah, looks a little bit questionable, but we'll see. I'm up a pawn. I have not lost a pawn yet, actually. Bishop d4, take. b4 doesn't work. Is this move? Queen a2. Actually thinking knight d2 is a good resource. Let's start with bishop h3. I might slide over to g2 with the king. Like unpin. The king is actually looking safe there. Yeah, strange position. I mean, he probably got what he wanted from the opening, but at least I'm feeling okay. Rook f1. Take, take. It still looks a little bit scary. Because there's knight d1 potentially. Not sure if this does much. I might just move back. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. This, I have this maybe? This looks really bad actually. I have two. It's getting insane. Threatening rook f7, queen f1 maybe. I have all the kingside pieces in place. Is there a queen sack? Take. like to do that, but crazy game. I don't know how I wound up in a winning position. GG. GG. Oh, man. I really wanted to sack the queen. I had a couple of chances to do so, too. I just didn't see the mates. Like, I got this position. I was looking at knight f5. It just seems too slow. Oh, there's knight f2, but yeah, it's still losing for white. Wait, it's a draw? Oh, this is force mate. Oh, that's cool. Maybe in the classical game I find that. Yeah, crazy game. Curious about the opening. Okay, I'll analyze later. So I'm 4 out of 6. Okay, opponent's not moving. Give me one moment here. Opponent will all resign in 4 minutes. What's the point? They'll also flag in 4 minutes. This is, yeah, this is something I think we've all gone through. Oh, they're back. Okay. A bad connection. Maybe struggling with Proctor. Something we've all gone through at some point, I think. My opponent has had decent enough connection to score 4 out of 6 so far. But, yeah, definitely getting some timeouts this game. Bobby was 6 out of 6. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get a game here. I'm taking a screenshot of this auto resign thing. Like the message makes no sense. There used to be some bug, I think it was Arena Kings, where if you started thinking in the opening, a message would pop up that you would auto resign within like 10 to 15 seconds. But I'm pretty sure they fixed that. Like there was some mechanism to prevent people from like stalling, but it was a little bit too harsh. If I win, I get a free rating, I think. Usually in pool games, like if someone doesn't show up, it just aborts, but yeah, not in a Title Tuesday tournament. Debating which game to watch. Fabiano, Magnus, Caro, Grischuk, there's Judah. A lot of strong players. I think with 5 out of 7, I should play up. Could be close though. I think I'll play up. I'm really curious, like if this timer goes to 0, is it going to say they auto-resigned or they flagged? Or, okay, the game is back, G3. What a berserk. I mean, I have to show no mercy. Yeah, no mercy. They want to checkmate me, maybe. Well, they managed to threaten checkmate in 1. Knight defends and attacks. Not mouse slipping queen g5. Very clutch. Okay. A nice way to end it. Triple fork. No mercy. Sorry to my opponent. I feel some sympathy, empathy, or no empathy. Just happiness. Okay. But I'd rather just have a full game and just have a better fight, of course. But what to do? Watching Magnus. Just check the opening. King's Indian. Yeah, King's Indian is becoming trendy lately. Fabiano. D3. Interesting. Okay, all big fights. Let's watch Magnus. Some time edge over Limley. This is a former teammate of mine. Also based in St. Louis. I'm not sure which side I would pick here. I like this bishop on c4. Some queen e7 idea. And then clockwise, I would prefer to have more time. Looks like Magnus has good winning chances. Black is really stable. Down, white's down 30 seconds. So Favi drew. So Rud Makarian, also perfect score. F3. Ouch. Wait, rook's attacked. Rook h5, there's this. Not so simple. Yeah, white's actually holding on here. Up a pawn. This could be closer than expected, but you gotta move quicker. Bishop b4, nice move. If takes, there's a pin, g4. Probably a good practical decision. Bishop a8. When in doubt, hide in the corner. f4 is not a good move there. As the queen takes the bishop with check. Yeah, the bishop was actually trapped. Oh, takes. There's queen g5. And then takes. But rook c5, nice intermezzo. And take the bishop next. Yeah, Magnus too strong. GG. Oh, I'm tied with MVL. And Hikaru. Wow, so my Swiss Gambit. It was a tough start to the tournament, but 5 out of 7? Yeah, so I'm almost certainly playing up. Grischuk still playing. Grischuk's playing a young player who's like good at pre-moving. Yeah, no way Grischuk's surviving this. It's close though, it's really close. Oh, it's really close. All you need is a few spite checks, yeah. Down goes Grischuk. Moving on. Oh, I'm playing Grischuk. Let's go. Okay, this is what I want. Here we go. Grischuk beat me once. At least once, maybe a few times. I think last time we played, it was this Torre thing with knight e4 h5. I played some g5 move. Okay. Oh, I should have played the Stafford. Oh, muscle memory took over, but I'm playing a normal opening. Yeah, Stafford Gambit versus Grischuk would have been better YouTube title. Like bishop e7, I guess. Or this should be fine. There's knight d5, but it's not playing it. Queen a5. Rook e3. Grischuk wants to hurt me. I free the f8 square for the knight or the bishop. There's queen h5 ideas. Knight e5 to g6 maybe. Some bishop g5. White's under some pressure. I'm gonna keep in mind this break too, but there's takes and takes. Now b5, take. And fully calculate. H5, H4 combined with knight f4. Tempted to play bishop e7. This is safer though. b3 is a potential weakness. Okay. Oh, there's e5, which I completely missed. I have to take. Yeah, I missed e5. Take. Oh, it's a nice looking position. Bishop c6 maybe. Okay, this looks playable, kind of. Not thrilled. Yeah, 94. It's still playable, still a fight. Yeah, knight c5, maybe queen a8. Oh, that was a mouse up. I meant to play bishop d5. Right here. I gotta go for this. So b6, rook b8. Maybe threatening f5 with a diagonal. Take. Try this. It doesn't look great. Burn too much time there. I don't think this is going to cut it. Okay. At least I didn't flag. Oh. I liked my position at some point. I missed e5. Yeah, I had to be a bit more careful here. There's probably a way to sack the pawn and be happy. Bishop d8, hard to find. Okay. Oh, white had e5 here even. Yeah, the engine usually gives a slight edge for white in this line, but I found it like relatively, I don't want to say easy, but relatively comfortable to play in blitz games. Because you just get the setup and then there's ideas. Like d7. Okay, so I did pretty much everything right around here. Yeah, he played a good game. What to do? Queen c5 is better. Yeah, I was just blind to the e5 resource. And later, it's still okay here. At some point I mouse slipped though. I didn't mean to take. I meant to play bishop d5, yeah. The bishop is good here. I mouse slipped trading off my best piece. Do we have another break? That was around 8. Yeah, we have another break. Get the break timer. Okay. I think I'm actually going to take a break because I'm not streaming. So again, if this goes on YouTube, I'll make a cut and I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. I'll probably play down. I wanted to check the opening of this game. Interesting move order, b5 in this position. Best move, d6. I don't think I've ever studied this. Honestly, this is probably a good practical option for black. Because I imagine most people just play bishop g7 automatically. I mean, knight b5's second best move. Bishop c7 I did not consider. Should have considered it. Black's already doing fine. g3 has looked normal, but it's very bad. I should get back the pawn to then develop. Okay. Okay, here we go. Playing a GM. I'm higher rated. I had this line earlier. I'm gonna just castle here. Yeah, these lines can sometimes be confusing. Take. Now probably take. I feel like I've studied this before. The bishop on d7 is loose in the end. And maybe white wins the pawn. So I can take or save the knight. Hmm. I'm gonna take and play rook d1. Maybe that was the wrong idea. There's queen g5. Queen g5, g3. Well, actually, it looks okay. Queen g5, g3, rook d8, queen b7. I'm always pressuring the pawn. Yeah, queen b7 here. And there's queen b5 too. No, queen b5, queen d3. That's the move I want to play. Queen d3. Yeah, queen d3 makes some sense. The material's equal. It's just a question, is this pawn a strength or a weakness? Are we drawing? Queen c1. Let's take. Rook d2. Rook d2 makes sense. Down over a minute. Yeah, the d file is very important. Only open file. Yeah, I want the setup with rook on d2, queen on d1. Which I think I'll get. I could play h3 first. h3, king h2. It's a safe move. Take. Just offering the trade. Interesting. Gotta really up the tempo. So queen b1, take. This might peter out to a draw. I have e4 here. e4, what does black do? Take. Check their take. I take on a2. I don't think it's petering out to a draw. It's annoying. Allow the queen to get in. This is just I think it's just a draw here. I wanted to win that, but yeah, just a draw. Oh, rook f6. Rook f6. Yeah, rook c6 is queen b8. What to do? Oh, there's a nice line. King g8, queen h5. If takes, then takes here. Wait, how does this work? Take here. Take here. Oh, there's queen f5 in the end to win the pawn. Okay. And quickly check the opening. So this line is very close to equal. Best move, knight e5. I mean, this should probably be part of my like full opening repertoire. It should be 5c, not c4, knight d7. Wow. Also, taking is not necessary. Rook c1 best. Okay. Fair enough. Here we go again. Playing another streamer. What do I want to do? I actually don't know much theory here, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Play knight c6, e5. No. Yeah, there's maybe bishop b5. Queen e7. It looks playable though. Yeah, there's takes in b4, and I probably have to take on f3. I'm probably slightly worse. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, this pawn. There's d5 maybe. Not the move I want to play. Some active play. Before I was thinking take, 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 and then take. That was very solid though. Queen e7, I guess. Taking rook c8, I guess. Again, not pleasant, but trying to hold on. Not f5, king e5, knight g7. There's f4, I don't think works. Maybe king c5. Oh, there's just f3. Okay, opponent misses it. g4. Almost mating. No, I'm not mating. Ugh, not the move I wanted. Oh no, really not what I wanted. Yeah, this is the one hope. That's why I plan on. Okay. What to do? What to do? All right, one more game. I'm trying to finish strong. Yeah, I took too much risk with this knight g4. Also, white has f3 here, which... Wait, why not f3? Oh, 93. I wonder if my opponent saw that. Yeah, this is just bad for me. I got forked. I had to play king c6, but it's still not good. Yeah, just g6. I didn't want to put my pawns on light squares, but it's kind of necessary. Just restrict the knight. Okay, one more game. Okay. Final game. London opening. Been having this line a lot today. I've studied this line a lot too, like this early h5 push, and there's all these positions where the engine will like find very, very strong ideas. I think this is still within the realm of what I've looked at. So I'm threatening this. Like if king h8 I take with a discovery. So black's already in some predicament. Also, one nice thing about... Okay, let's start by taking... Just winning. One nice thing about having the pawn here is there's no knight h5. Okay, this still takes work. Take, take, take. I have to take. I mean, taking h6, allowing takes e5. I could start with maybe this, but then the king moves. There. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. Even though if we're not winning any material, I get h6. With e5 I checkmate, thinking taken, threaten maiden one, but yeah, this is a pretty big threat. And now what? Rook d1, e5. Maybe bishop e5, e5 take? Take, 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 take. There's bishop d6 to throw in. Maybe that's the way to go. So then e5 doesn't have the same punch. Yeah, it probably makes sense to include h7. Just so the king can't blockade. Now bishop e5. This looks really good. Threatening to trap the rook. The bishop's tied down. Yeah, it's potentially like a winning attack, but it's also positional domination. Knight's pinned. Everything's tied down. Like, what can move in black's position? Queen f6, I take and pin. It's almost zugzwang. e5. a6 makes sense. Bishop c6. Take. Yeah, I'm looking for the knockout. I think I just play this and maybe castle queenside. Enjoying life. Queen g4 is a playable move, I think. No, bishop e4? Bishop e4. I think it works. I think bishop e4 is the way to go. Take. Even queen e5? No, bishop e5. f6 take. If take. Take, take. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, my bishop. Someone call an ambulance. Oh no. What does black do? Queen f6. But then bishop e5. Right? Bishop e5? Actually, I'm not sure. Here, take, there's f6. I just moved back. I think I just moved back. So I want to take and then play this. If queen goes back, I play e4. Yeah. So it should be ending on a happy note. Just have to stay awake for the next few moves. Queen g7, queen g5, f6. Bishop b8. I like bishop e8. It's easy to like focus on the king side or the center, but this is asserting dominance. The rook is trapped, the knight's pinned. Yeah, okay. Is it the best move? Bishop b8 best move. Okay. Fun game. Good way to end the tournament. Lost a little bit of rating. But yeah, if this goes on YouTube, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the chess. Kind of up and down. I had a rough start. Stream did not work. I don't know if it was my internet, because I was connected to chess.com fine. But I'll have to do some testing later. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to stream Title Tuesday in the future without issues. But anyway, I'm ending it here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.